Hello, Dr. Parsons back with you again. I will be discussing the issue portion of the IRAC method. Under the issue, there are three component parts: applicable law, legal question, and key facts. Dr. Tucker gave us the facts, and in those facts, Ernie Baker was in an argument and then a fight ensued. So now we have to figure out, based on those facts, when Mr. Gonzalez kicked Ernie Baker, now we want to see what are his injuries now, and we need to know what type law are we going to start with. Normally, as a paralegal, when you work in an attorney's office, the client will come in for their intake, they'll sit in the seat, and they will tell their story. Based on the story that the client tells you, you will then determine what type law or which way you want to go with your research. And the very first thing in this IRAC method, as stated, will be to determine the issue. Now here, we have an injury, so we know someone was kicked. So now we know the appropriate area of law that we will be discussing will be tort law. Now under the tort law, we will be dealing with an intentional tort, the intentional tort of battery that was previously defined for you. And now with the issue, we'll look at the legal question raised by the specific facts of the dispute. And then we'll look at what occurs when there is a disagreement or uncertainty about whether or how a rule of law applies to a client's case. And then all of this must be answered and resolved before we can move forward with our research. Just think if you identified the wrong area of law. Your attorney gave you an assignment to research the facts of the case, and then you end up looking up the wrong area of law. So it's very important that you really hone in and understand those facts. That's absolutely the most important thing that you have to do. Now, once you understand the facts of the case from the client, then that is when you begin your process of determining the issue. Now, as I stated, this will be considered a battery, so we know that the applicable area law will be under torts, and it will be a battery. And then we look at the legal question based on the injuries that we have. And what we want to know is, did a battery occur? So that would be our legal question. And then the third component, the key facts. Now we want to find out, when an individual is kicked several times without any type of police powers, without any type of official authorization, does that constitute a battery? So now, those will be the facts that we have. Now I'm going to give you a little tip that I use in my classes to help you to remember the issue. Remember, that's going to be the most important part of the IRAC method. If you just remember this acronym, ALF. There used to be a little television show that came on with a little animal or puppet or whatever it was called ALF, and I always bring this up to my students. So just remember ALF. A will stand for applicable law, the L will stand for the legal questions, and the F will stand for the key facts. Whenever I holler out ALF in my classroom, my students immediately know that I'm referring to an issue, and they can immediately rattle off applicable law, legal question, and facts. And as you review this lecture, you too will be able to know what ALF is, and you too will be able to rattle off applicable law, legal question, and facts. Thank you very much.